Is it? We are live. Hello, everyone. Happy evening. Uh, Here's your host, Dr. Audatober, with another Kaneka show. And today I have a very dear friend with me, Dr. JC Dornick, and his lovely soon-to-be bride that is not here yet, but she will be. She will be joining us. And I named this show, yes, how to find your superpower and the whole nine yards, because I love having this kind of conversations, but in naked style. Welcome to the show, Mr. Dragon, Dr. JC Dornick. It's my pleasure to have you here with good audio this time. Go figure. And can you please introduce yourself for my audience and just let us know whatever you want us to know about you?
Well, I mean, obviously, I've known you for a long, long time, and everybody calls me Dragon. So that's something people should know. But I want to just take advantage of this opportunity right now. You know, if somebody wants to find out more about me, I do a lot of interesting things, and we have an international company, and we do a lot of coaching. We're doing great things, and we'll probably get into this. Oh, I just saw somebody post "Hola, amigo," or is that you?
Yeah, that's somebody posted. Hello, Dr. Adrian. How are you?
So people like us already? Are we being liked?
I think so.
Okay, great. So in any case, in the spirit of the name of your series, Getting Naked, can I just be completely honest? Can we talk about anything on this show?
Yes, please, be naked.
Okay. So you'll notice, down here that our name is Chicken and Dragon because there's two of us. And that's because I myself, Dr. JC Dornick, and I've metamorphosized into this creature called the dragon. That's in my polished state. But I come along with the love of my life. We've been friends for so long, and you know how much we've struggled to find the loves of our lives. But I found mine. But in the spirit of getting naked, I have to be honest with you that there's a reason why she's not here right now. And that is that we're in a little bit of a quarrel right now. So I think it's important for you to know that, like, she normally is always sitting next to me. She's going to come in, but she's a little pissed at me right now. And so, I just want to be upfront and honest because it's important for you to know that, because we're going to talk a little bit about relationships, and we just thought it would be a great idea to come on your show and talk about success and all that stuff. You'll see cats moving around as well.
I just see that, yeah.
But I just want to be upfront and honest. Before she comes in here, she's a little pissed at me.
Well, that would have been great for me to know right before the show. But hey, I love it. Naked show. It's all about being raw, real, and
here she comes.
She's coming.
Yeah. Hi, sweetie.
Oh, hey, Alda.
Hey, sweetie.
What's going on? What's happening?
Hi. How are you?
Alda, come sit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we're doing this show with you.
Okay, Kat,
Yeah.
it's fine.
So
What
this
show?
is my lovely chicken here.
Listen, Alda, I just have to let you know that he didn't tell me about tonight. So
He didn't.
No. God, look at this hat. He told me to wear this hat as well. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
he changed this morning, Mika. This is he changed it, but I'm very glad to have you here. And Dragon has his things. Love him.
She doesn't know we're live right now.
Oh, we are live. Yes, and this is going to be.
So we're live right now.
And in order for me to use it for the podcast, we need to get on with the content of some point.
Yeah. So anyway, the truth is that we're totally just kidding. We're not in a fight.
I know you are.
We actually just wanted to help you with your ratings, and we thought that it would be fun if
We should have been a good fight or something.
having a fight. And let's see, is it working? I think, because what we noticed, and this is an interesting part of content here, Auda, people love controversy. And we always get such a kick out of the whole social media thing. And it's a great topic to talk about. The idea that, like, bad news is what everybody loves. And Chicken and I, this is Samson, by the way.
It's our baby.
Yeah, I don't like this one. I like the girl more. But Chicken and I, we live a very interesting life. And that kind of leads to your question about what we do. But we have this coaching company and we live by a different philosophy. But one of the things that we've done, like this whole coronavirus is a great example. The biggest problem that the world has, in our opinion, and this bleeds into relationships as well, is emotional mismanagement, right? And what I mean by that, like we always talk about the cause of disease, right? Chiropractic. What's the cause of disease, right? So we've identified that the true cause of disease is emotional mismanagement, meaning we can't handle shit. Shit happens, right? So there's a bumper sticker for it, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt. Here.
Patience. I want one of those shirts. Yes.
My patience is wearing thin, and that's
Yeah.
just good. But emotional mismanagement refers to not the stuff that happens, but how we respond to it. And we can just see that the world is not responding to the stresses that are happening, but also lifestyle mismanagement is really upstream causing all the problems. So we made a decision. What we always do, and you can elaborate on this, sweetie. I don't want to take all the thunder there. But if you look, this is a really interesting thing for all the people watching. You'll notice that whenever things happen, and we call them happenings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever happenings happen, like coronavirus or whatever, you'll notice that the herd can't help but to go a certain way. So I can put my hands this way. The herd goes this way. So we always kind of evaluate in relationships and health and all that stuff, knowing that emotional mismanagement is the issue. We always evaluate the herd. I know you talk a lot about chiropractic and vaccinations and all that stuff. We evaluate all that stuff. Where does everybody go? And we always go this way, right? So I just want to tell you that you're talking to us at a time that is very interesting, because at the beginning of the coronavirus, and we get a lot of slack for this, we're going to get in trouble here about, because we don't.
What are you going to say?
Well, we
It's
don't
the
watch.
naked show. It's fine.
I'm just going to tell the truth right now. We don't watch the news,
Don't tell my mom.
So we started on day one of the coronavirus because we could see it happening, right? Our wedding was getting canceled. And by the way, for the record, Auda is in my wedding party, right?
She's actually in mine.
Well, she's not.
She's in mine.
She's in mine.
Because we're gonna get the
she'll get all the food.
food.
She'll get all the foo-foo and all that stuff. But we're getting married in Cape Town, South Africa, which was canceled. There's some postponed. So there's the shit, and we manage it. But what we did in coronavirus time is we identified it, and we took a different turn, and we decided to get in the best physical and mental shape of our lives, and naturally that cascades into financial well-being. So we just took a totally different approach, and we started spending more quality time with one another. Yeah. We started exercising obsessively. Rather than being addicted to being angry, we decided to get addicted to health, and we just completely tapped into the magic and the answer to all life, and that is,
and that's what I wear. His
live
hats
your life
now.
Around what matters most. We're wearing hats because our hair's a mess.
Oh, my hair is terrible right
Say
now.
hi.
Hi, Ada.
Hi, baby. Oh, so good to have you guys here with good audio. But I love the emotional mismanagement. So I want to hit on that a little bit, because it's the Kaneka Show, and I love to give tips that people can use right away. And yes, I don't watch the news either. I think just buying into that pill could be sickening for everything. So, and that's why we are so sick here in this country. We can talk about eventually why we're so sick, obesity and lifestyle choices. But when it comes to emotional mismanagement, and I love that you said that, because that's my cup of tea right here. And what would you say is what couples are missing the most when it comes to that emotional mismanagement? What is the missing link there? Are they not communicating correctly? Are they not talking about their true emotions? Are they ignoring each other? Are they not, filling up each other's bucket list? What are they doing when stress comes? couples sometimes, instead of coming together like you guys are doing, they go apart because they no longer have that distraction that they used to share. They no longer have the date nights or going out to eat at restaurants or drinking or the social events. So what is in the emotional mismanagement that they are missing, in your opinion?
Well, couples are turning away from each other
Mhm.
instead of towards one another.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. I don't see us anymore.
Uh-oh, there we go. We're back.
Oh,
Yep.
you're still here.
There's actually a book called The 7 Principles of Marriage, Making Your Marriage Work, or something like that. I'll share it, but it's really amazing, and it talks about like how we tend to blame one another for things, we tend to stonewall each other. So that happens a lot. I'm not trying to be mean here towards men. Okay, please forgive me for
We
saying,
don't, sweetie, I don't mind.
but men tend to stonewall, you know, when you sort of bring something up, but you are blaming them.
Can I just jump in here for a second? When you say men, does that include me?
No.
Does that include me?
Nah.
No, tell the
No,
truth.
it doesn't.
Tell them how wonderful.
No, actually, I really got lucky, Auda. Like I got really lucky with him. But what I'm trying to say is, as women and as men, we have different ways of expressing ourselves and our emotions. And so what often happens, and I'm very guilty of this, and you can be honest, we like to blame sometimes because that's how we get things out. We're like, well, you made me feel this way.
It's not my fault, it's yours.
Yeah, I do that with him all the time. And so what happens is people shut down. So instead of feeling like, okay, I'm not going to meet you halfway here, I'm just going to stonewall you and I'm going to sit here. And that in itself, you know, is how would we say, a form of emotional abuse, but it comes from
no. You know what it is it's emotional mismanagement. So
I
there's
love that word.
well, you know what's fun, Auda? It's fun. Can I call you Fea? Or
Yes.
that would be bad because
See, before he was dragon, he was fail. People don't know that, but I'm just going to clarify.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We still use those names here, and she knows. But let's look at. I guess this is going to be the takeaway: is the emotional mismanagement.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a science, and if anybody out there is a reader, you know, I learned this stuff from my mentor Wayne Anderson, but where the source of it comes from this guy called Jim Dethmer.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Dethmer wrote a book called The 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership. Best book I've ever read in my life, if you guys are readers. And he teaches this concept of acknowledging whether or not you're either above or below the line. And what that means is when you're above the line in life, it means that you're open rather than closed. It means that you consider possibilities rather than make, you know, black and white decisions and things like that. So below the line, there's this thing called, you're going to love this one, Auda. It's called the drama triangle.
Ooh, I love the drama triangle.
When you go below the line and you enter the drama triangle, you take on the persona of one of 3 different versions of yourself. You either become a victim, right? Now, a victim is someone that goes, this is happening to me, what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you could also become a villain, which is just as bad, and just try to get revenge and try to even the score, try to hurt. So that's what she calls domestics.
They have domestics.
But also another one, Auda, which is really interesting, is, you know what we call those people that like to fix everything. Mm-hmm. You know, they show up and they go, here I come to save the day. And the person's like, I did not ask you for help. That's called that's called the hero.
Or the rescuer.
So the victim, the hero, or the villain. And here's what happens. And by the way, guys,
I think I've been all of those.
well, you know
what's very normal to be all
you'll have your foot in all of them. But what's cool, Auda, is when you start to entertain this idea, and this is a big reason that we've been successful in relationships and in business and everything, because Chicken and I coach thousands of coaches, and hundreds of thousands of clients, right? So we're expanding to Asia now with our coaching. So we're constantly being in these conversations with people and evaluating two things. Are they above or below the line?
Mhm.
But also, where are we above or below the line? So the three primary things that happen in our days. Now, keep in mind, 95% of our brain is running on autopilot. So what did Larry call it? MFTP, mother, father, teacher,
teacher.
or as I like to call our programmers,
Mhm.
right? So they program us. And by the way, this is what's going on with all the news. The news programs people, right? Whether you're on, no matter what side, but you start to get into these different positions of either blaming others
Mhm.
as the villain, right? Shaming yourself is another one, right? I'm not good enough, right? Sometimes in relationships, we don't believe in ourselves, right? And then the other one is justifying. Here's the funniest thing, Autumn, because I know you help so many people physically, mentally. Isn't it funny how you can go up to somebody and say, hey, listen, I've been listening to you and I can see what you need. I can help you. Because if anybody works with you, Ada, we know the outcome.
Mhm.
They're going to get better. They're going to become free. They're going to become more successful. We've heard all your talks. Truth is that we are out of groupies.
Yeah, totally. I'm out of
I've never missed an out of talk. I can even do a great out of person
Impersonation.
but I won't do that here. But my point is that knowing where you are is super important.
Yeah.
Because we very often identify that we're feeling like something's happening to us.
Mhm.
And then in personal growth, we also start to identify, which is a healthy place. And we look at, our friend Nima talks about this a lot.
Mhm.
And by the way, I reached out to him the other day and said he made it into my book. And you'll be in my book as well.
Oh, very cool.
But the idea is just recognize and be able to answer the question of where am I right now, and identify that nothing's happening to us, it's happening for us. And that's where the
Yeah.
lessons come from. So we've just identified a way in physical, mental, and financial to work together. And that's what we originally were going to talk about, but we just got off track. We wanted, Mika is an actress, so we wanted to stage a fight. We
I
thought it would be
did.
fun.
I know, that would have been funny. Come on. You would have
I haven't had an
shared
audition in so long because of Corona.
Well, we do. You know what we do sometimes when we go to Asia, and it's been a while. We'll go into a mall in Asia
and pretend.
in front of everybody. We'll start screaming at each other,
fight.
and she'll pretend that I'm physically abusing her, and she'll say, "Jesus, he's hitting me!" And everybody gathers around, and then we grab each other's hands and we go, "Scene." And we just
Oh
love.
my God, you guys are just perfect for each other.
We love playing on the idea that everybody likes bad news. Anyway.
Oh my God. Well, I love the whole thing. I think it's just so amazing. I love what Mika said, that, when we tend to blame it on the other person. I used to, that one of the things, because I've had a lot of relationship experience. Hence, this is what I love to talk about, because I feel that I'm still learning every single day. And the more I help people, the more I learn. So we teach what we love to learn. So there we go. But one of the things I used to do, I used to say, it's not you, it's all me. I used to turn it around and put the blame on me, just to deflect that and not even talk about the emotional issue that was happening. So that's another side to the story. And I love this conversation. I mean, I could talk about relationships forever, but
hey, you've come a long way, my friend.
Oh my gosh, haven't we?
So long. So well, obviously I have, right? But I just want to tell you, that we watch you, and I just love what I see. You command so much respect. Everybody has such great things to say about you, and we just watch how many people you're helping. And as one of your best friends, because she's in my wedding, my side of the wedding. We are so proud of you. I'm so proud to tell anybody that Auda Tovar is my good friend.
Do you know, Auda, do you want to know a funny story? You know that night that I met you the first time?
Yeah.
So I came home and I said to Dragon, I was like, oh, please, will you give me Aura's number.
Yeah.
Take your name. And he goes, who?
Who?
Aura, your friend. And he
Yeah.
goes, you mean Auda? And I never said it wrong ever
But
again.
there's no D in there, you know. Hey, just quickly, I just want to give a shout out. I'm looking right now at this incredibly good-looking guy named. If anybody's a TikToker out there, you got to check out Christian Diaz on TikTok. I just called it TikTok. Who's doing a quick ab workout that I'm going to start following this guy.
Did you see that? I
Amazing.
know. Don't tell him. He doesn't know I posted it on Facebook.
Oh, let me tell you something right now. Your son is gorgeous. You know.
Yeah.
He knows it. He knows it, but he doesn't. It cannot come from me because it's weird if I say it. If mommy says it is, well, mommy is even weird. So no. But I named this because one of the things that I love to talk to you about is about finding your superpower. And considering that our time probably is coming up, I love to give tips to our naked viewers so they can use. And a lot of people are kind of lost out there in the world, and they don't know their calling, or they don't know what they should be doing. They feel lost and without guidance, and they are indeed watching the news and watching this train wreck, right? And if you watch that, you are going to feel lost and depressed and anxious and the whole 9 yards. So I have always enjoyed that conversation about finding your superpower because I get so passionate about it. And JC has always been so passionate about it. I remember our talks for the last, who knows how many years. In those mission trips, and we have a lot of missionaries that have said hi. Charlie, hi. Everybody that's listening, Rebecca, thank you. Hi to everybody. Keep making comments, and you can post questions because I can read them to them, so you still have a little bit of time to post some questions. But what would you say that is the best way to find your superpower for all of those people that might not know what theirs is and might want to tap into that because it's so awesome?
The first thing, a couple of concepts really important. First thing is that we've been led to believe that to take any sort of forward progress, even to identify your superpower, we've been led to believe that we need to believe in ourselves, the timing needs to be right, and we need to be motivated. That's a bunch of crap, right? Because if you're using it, and hear me right now, if you're using that concept of saying it's got to be the right time, and you got to believe in yourself. I love when I ask somebody, hey, I can help you make more money, get physically healthy, and become free. And they go, it's not a good time. It's not a good time, right? So that idea is not going to work. And this plays into health as well, because if you're waiting for the right time to do something, what if you get motivated tomorrow and you take action to find out your superpower, and then the next day you're not motivated, you're screwed. So there's one concept. But the second one, Auda, and I've spoken about this a lot, and I know that you have so much passion in this idea. It's just to first recognize that you're not here by mistake. It's impossible to identify that you are a mistake. You know, when you were placed on this planet, and I like to get deep into this, and we don't have the time for it, but just the concept of just saying, forget about saying like, why am I here? What's my purpose? Start off by just saying, I'm here for a reason. Mm-hmm. Right? And just open up the door to the fact that you're here for a reason and enjoy the idea of just that possibility. And then from there, the only thing I would say about your superpower is that most human beings are really, really good at something. And if you want to identify what you're really good at, identify the thing that you are so good at that you put on the shelf and don't work at. And you spend all of your time trying to get good at stuff that other people are good at, right? So you could be a nurturer. You know, like for me, I was always very good at communicating and understanding people and interpreting information, you know? So I don't want to get too heavy into how to identify your superpower, but just know that you have one. I promise you that. And once you tap into the idea that you were given that for a reason, call it your calling, your destiny, or whatever. I mean, I know exactly what Auda's superpower is. It would be so easy. And Auda is moving forward in life because she's using her superpower. She's exploiting it rather than spending all of her time trying to do things that she was not destined to do. Now, that's a great place to be. When we started our company, we made a decision that we want to free people, right? We're living a free life. We're living this life that we call the calm, where our thoughts, feelings, and actions are in line. Our chemical, physical, emotional stress, our financial stress is in alignment. We worked our asses off to be there. So we made a decision we want to help other people with that. But the first step, ironically, with this question is we always have to start from their current reality. So we ask people, where are you at right now? Where are you now? The red arrow in the mall, where are you? Are here. So we want to find that out. And we let people recognize that superpower and who they are, it's going to evolve as they start to unglue themselves from their past, right? Their past is not who they are, so they have to detach from all those concepts. And as they start to move forward, and we always think that the first thing you should do is get physically healthy. Only on a healthy body rests a healthy mind. So it starts with that physical spark, right? And then people start to get in the clear, and I've seen you get in the best shape of your life, so you know that. If you wake up tomorrow and your life sucks, everybody, get in shape. It'll get immediately better. And then you'll start to evolve and sculpt that superpower.
But I just want to add to that. Sometimes your superpower is the thing that you are most afraid of.
Indeed.
And then put away on the shelf. And you're gonna confuse me. I'm like gonna make a really good point.
We're live.
I know, I was gonna make a really good point here, but yeah, sometimes the things that you're most uncomfortable with, those are the things that you have to go after.
So true. So true. It is. I love that because like when I started public speaking, people are like, oh my God, that's so easy for you. I said, no. I feel like throwing up every single time. I remember the first time JC told me, you're just introduced the night. And I was like, what? And he just said, just go up there and speak to the missionaries. And I was like, no. And I think I was shaking. Nobody understood a word I said. It was crazy. I feel so scared that I thought I was going to die. Yeah, and I still till this date, I get nervous and but at the same time, I love it because it's not about me. It's about them.
Get it? The Naked series is actually being watched by people in Singapore right now.
Whoa.
So we give a shout out to Kisan and Ann Lee, friends of ours from Singapore. Auda, you are on the other side of the planet now.
I made it. Hello, everyone. Yes. One of the things I teach with the Get Naked, which I loved you said, is you have to accept your reality before you can reflect and get naked of it and then take the action steps. But yes, it does start with your health. And you guys are amazing coaches. And I know because I know the journey, you guys have helped so many people. And that's how it helped me, actually. JC helped me lose the weight a long time ago. I think that was 2010, back 10 years ago. And it just transformed my life the moment I realized that I had the power to make a change. So thank you so much for doing that. I got the power. Yeah, I'm not a singer.
Hey, listen. So first and foremost, thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
We just would do anything for you, and you know that. Life is moving so fast. She knows this as well. Auda Tovar is one of the most special people in the world.
We love you.
She will be my best friend till the day I die, and she is one of the most special people in the world. Chicken and I are going to be on a international Zoom this weekend. If anybody's interested, you'll see it broadcasted through our Facebook, where we're going to tell our story, and a lot of other people are going to tell their story. So if people are looking to become free, and
what's the website where they can find you?
There's no website. I'll put it in the comments.
In the comments, you don't have anything that they can find you. I'll put it right here on the banner.
Yeah, well, it's an event page called the Heart of Health Coaching, but I'll put the link in there.
Okay. Dragon and I have a very beautiful story.
Amazing, and we're adopting a little girl.
Yeah,
I know. I love that story.
She's been here for 3 months already, and she's stuck in South Africa. So, prayer warriors, prayer for that. You know what I mean?
No, and I want to share with everybody how I manifested.
I think we're over time.
Yeah, I think we're over time. No, but what I mean is I'm going to be sharing that on the.
Oh yes, we're going to be. I want to I want to share. Let me see. Let me put the heart. Nope, nope. That's it. And you guys gotta check out their podcast. Okay, I had this written before. Check out their podcast because you can hear more of their awesome advice, more of their experiences, how they are succeeding at life and love and relationships and money. So
It's
and health
about
for sure. All by getting people healthy. So
and
it's really
learn about lorming and
Look,
all
look,
kinds.
look,
Yeah.
look.
oh, you're so listen, before we go, I have this question that I want to ask you both, and you can choose whomever answers this because we don't have that much time. Do you have a favorite failure?
Failure?
Yes.
Ooh.
A favorite failure. Why? Because in the Naked Show, we're always trying to teach how we can turn our failures into wins. And I know you are a master at that.
Oh,
So
you
what
mean-
is your favorite failure?
I have a good one. I have a good
Wait.
one.
Did she say failure? or
Failure.
Failure. Yes. You don't know.
Failure. Something that you failed at. Okay, I had an audition for. There's a TV show called The Blacklist on NBC. And I had a really, really big audition. I was going to be in like 10 scenes with James Spader. And I went in there and I just flunked the audition. I forgot my lines. I didn't know what to do. And the casting director was like, I'm not going to give this person the time of day. But I look back at that now and I love that audition because the following audition that I went into, I was so comfortable and well prepared that I nailed it.
Woohoo!
And I would just say really quickly, my favorite failures are every relationship I had prior to her.
Oh.
Because by failing, I found her. Gotcha.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for opening your hearts to the In the Naked Show. Thank you for sharing. Please find them. Find the Chicken and Dragon podcast. You're going to love them. And check out their Heart of Health Coaching. They're going to do a Zoom call and they're going to post the link right below. And if you have any more questions for them, you can contact me. You can always check out my information at thegetnakedseries.com. And remember to keep commenting, liking, sharing is caring. And for everyone, have yourself a lovely evening. Stay naked, stay true. Thank you guys. Love and appreciate you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.